Good afternoon from outside the cathedral here in Nice, which kind of fronts onto this square here, very hustly and bustly and full of people. The weather has cleared up a little bit, so lots of outside eating and drinking going on, even without awnings or sunshades or sun umbrellas up. Now, I've come here because I'm going up the steps and there's like a cascade which hopefully offers good views over the city. So I believe this is the shortest way up. So I'm heading up here on this Thursday early afternoon. Right, let's ascend. So looking back down the street towards the cathedral, this whole part of Nice really is a labyrinth of little alleyways with accommodation, housing, apartments, that kind of thing, and shops and bars and restaurants. Bit of a pull up that street. Now, I'm heading through the gate. There's like switchback steps that I'm going to ascend, and hopefully this is going to take me up to this water feature. So after some quite steep steps, I'll try to walk up as fast as I can, heading towards this cascade. Lots of greenery attached to these walls, fantastic views over the surrounding area. Right, continuing to head up, hear the sound of water, so that's promising. Up some more steps. These a bit more gentle, half step and half slope path up towards the cascades. Apparently some panoramas as well. Heading to the sound of water, which hopefully is my destination. The signpost seems to have disappeared at the last minute. It's definitely some waterfall type feature. Oh yes, there it is, look. That's what I could see from the seafront. So I'm going to get up there, see if we get a good vantage point. Is this going to bring us out by the waterfall? I think it is. Are we going to get magnificent views? I think we are. Oh, this is splendid. Good job I got my coat. Oh, look at that. It's like Niagara. Great views over the front, and unlike on the last few days, there are some people on the beach. I won't say enjoying the sunshine, but I suppose enjoying the lack of rain. So it's quite an extensive front that leads round all the way towards the airport, behind the trees. I'll go and have a look at that in a second. Oh, and it looks like you can get even higher, so I shall head up there. Look at that, magnificent views. And like all good hilltops, we've got a cafe and bar, which is the right thing. I'm pleased they've, learned that lesson. Let's have a look. Oh, look at this. You can hear the cascade from here. Wonderful views from the top. There's the airport, look. There's a plane. Can't see any planes ready for takeoff at the moment. I'll film one presently. You can see Antibes in the background, like in the distance on the headland. Marvellous. Nice in all its glory. So I've actually reached the very top now. Oh, it's good to see. Touring Club of France. We are at an altitude of 92 metres, 4 degrees east, 4.46 degrees east, 43.41 degrees north. Here we have some of the local attractions, some of the mountains, and just another view of the city. Terracotta roofs of the old town directly in front of me, and then the more modern centre and housing behind. The colour of the water is interesting. It's kind of like you've got sediment in the sort of the innermost bay, and then kind of blue water stretching out further. There's the water about to cascade over. These gardens at the top are very nice, and we have what looks to be where's the English? Oh, ruins of a cathedral dedicated to the Virgin Mary, built in the 11th and 12th century and rebuilt in the late Middle Ages. So here we have. There are the remains. Right, I'm heading for another vantage point. Apparently looking out the other way, away from Nice. So let's head there. Another marvellous panorama from what used to be the castle up here. Look at that. So apparently the first port facilities date back to the mid-18th century. The docks were later extended several times in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The construction of the Fort Mont-Aubin started in 1557 by the Duke of Savoy in order to defend Nice and Villefranche. Dramatic cliffs. So in 1897 it would look something like that. In 2025 it looks like this. Another perspective of the fort here from another vantage point. Some magnificent buildings clinging to the sides of the hill. Very picturesque front there by the port. So this is what we can see, at least it looks like what you would have seen. Quite artistic things to walk on. Tiles. I wonder if they're telling some sort of story. The letters look sort of Greek. Another vantage point. The beach. People on the beach seem to have thinned out a bit from earlier as the rain begins to fall quite heavily. So here we are at the eastern end of the bay, just descended those steps down from the hill behind, where the old castle overlooked Nice, and I'm gonna head this way, I think. Look at this, really beautiful French style buildings facing the sea, the Mediterranean, and I'm heading towards the I Love Nice sign, at least one of them. I think this is the most impressive war memorial I've ever seen, carved into the rock there. (1945, 1918, 1914). Very impressive. Well, I've had a very wet look around this part of Nice, the port area, and now I'm going to clamber onto a tram and head into the centre, the main shopping bit of Nice on this wet afternoon. Good fun exploring. Right, let's get onto this tram. Oh, can I get on in time? Or we'll have to wait for the next one. Oh, there's a bit of an urgency. I don't want to slip on these steps. Can I get in? 1 minute. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So the old part of Nice, that's where I was earlier, the cascading waterfall. Nice. Right, away from the old town and towards the front, through these arches. The nice tree there in the middle of the arch. So choose to walk either side. I'm going to go left. The rain still teems down. Even the palm trees look a little bit bedraggled. My guess would be that this is done by the same artist as similar ones in Qatar. I don't know, is it Richard Sierra, something like that? I can't really remember. I need to find out though. It doesn't. I've had a look around. There doesn't seem to be anything too prominent in terms of an explanation as to why we've got this, what looks like an iron structure here, right by the seafront.
Prochain arrêt. Rhodes. Correspondance ligne 2.
What a difference a day makes. The rain is gone, the clouds have disappeared, blue sky, nice forecast. So let's head into Nice. Well, on the front. So at long last, a really, really nice day here by the Mediterranean. The crowds are really out now, lapping up the sunshine. Nice coloured water. The sun makes a difference. So much nicer. I mean, to be honest, I've enjoyed it here in the rain as well, but no doubt everything looks more pleasant in the sunlight. It's one of those days, some people still in coats, others in t-shirts. Like, it is nice to see the sunshine. Come back here on Friday evening to look again at the view, but with the sunshine this time. Look at that. What a difference a day makes. So I guess these people just enjoying the view out over Nice on this beautiful evening, mid-April really. There's a great atmosphere at the top of the hill here. People just looking at the view, taking in the scene. I've just been taking a few pictures, trying to capture the atmosphere. Particularly like the planes taking off and landing at Nice Airport directly in front in this golden hour light. So hopefully some of those have come out all right and you'll have seen them. I was tempted to make my way down to the front and do sunset from there, assuming it's not just totally snuffed out by the clouds. Look at where it looks like it might be. But I might stay up here for a little while, so it is nice up here. goes down here in Nice, Côte d'Azur, southern France. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.